Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading. We are going to tap into your Akashic records and get messages about any past life energies that have carried over into this life journey and discover their purpose and relevance around your different soul lessons, soul cycles you're moving through, as well as some of your soul contracts with others. So let's get into this, Scorpio. Let's see what messages come through for you. All right, fourth house, lineage and family dynamics. 12th house, the subconscious. And this is also about completing some longer standing soul cycles. 9th house, spiritual growth. Secret society. And different. Okay. Scorpio, I am not surprised to see these cards for you. And look at what's on the bottom, another world. And we're going to actually take this because of this different card. This is a deeply spiritual life for you guys. And that comes through with 12th house, 9th house, as well as secret society. And in previous life journey, you were a part of a secret society, but not all the stuff that's said today around secret society, Illuminati, all that stuff. No, this is the original, where the secret societies held the ancient wisdom that was attempted to be destroyed and buried and hidden from the human race. And this came about during the Piscean age, because the Piscean age was an age of darkness, oppression, and control. And all of the information was attempted to be wiped away. And if you guys are not already familiar with, I would highly encourage you guys to look into Old World Tartaria and really go deep into that, because truly there was Tartaria, and then the Great Reset, the Piscean Age, which has been, a couple thousand years, that's led us to today, where we are now moving into the Aquarian Age, which is the age of enlightenment, illumination. Okay, so you guys carry the true ancient wisdom and teachings within your soul. And in previous life journey, you were a part of one of these societies that studied and knew this information. All right. And so that is in your soul. So in this life journey, if you look around this world and things just seem so false, so fake, it's because in your soul, you know the truth of what this realm once was and what we were here to do, and just how upside down, inside out things turned into during the Piscean age. All right, so that's big. And then when we come to the 12th house and the 9th house, that just coincides with that. Within your subconscious, within the depth of your soul, you guys know the truth. You guys are the keepers of wisdom. And Scorpio rules the 8th house, which is a deeply spiritual house, along with the 12th house and the 9th house. Okay, 9th house, higher spirituality, higher wisdom, higher learning, spiritual philosophy. You guys are not meant to blend into this world. Okay, if you have felt like you don't really fit in here, you don't belong here, you feel like the odd one out, yes, you can connect to people, because Scorpios are very, very empathic. Okay, you can connect to people, you can understand people, but you often feel as though you are misunderstood. And it's because you guys are just made a little different. Think of like Uranus, the planet Uranus. Uranus is kind of the odd planet out, right? That is how I'm seeing you guys. You are the keepers of the ancient wisdom. You are deeply, deeply wise, beyond. Okay, many of you have probably been told that you are a wise old soul. And something here with the 4th house, this to me is saying you can really love your family that you were born into, this life journey, but you've never felt fully a part of your family. In fact, you've never felt fully a part of this world. And that leads me to this, another world. Many of you are star seeds, okay, and namely connected to the Pleiadians. And after this reading, look up Pleiadian star seeds if you haven't already. Doesn't have to mean all of you are a Pleiadian star seed, but Scorpio energy is very connected and associated with that energy. And so you guys are star seeds. You are not from here. You are from somewhere else. And you guys are the keepers of the wisdom, of the knowledge, of the knowing. And at some point in this life journey, you are absolutely meant to awaken to that and become aware of that. And you guys just move differently. Okay, you see things differently, you feel things differently than most everyone walking around, and the intensity of which you do feel things runs so much deeper than the average person. You are stronger mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And also with this, some of you may have incarnated through this specific bloodline. You have this life journey to help transmutate the bloodline of generational curse, generational karma, generational trauma, okay? And look that up as well, what it means to spiritually transmutate a bloodline of generational curse, karma, or trauma. And I'm sure you're going to find a lot of resonance with that. It doesn't have to mean that everybody in your family is bad and evil and negative and all of that, but there's definitely in the bloodline throughout the family tree, that lower vibrational energy that became very rampant during the Piscean age of darkness, oppression, and control. And now you, as starseed, you incarnate through certain bloodlines to really transmutate that energy and anchor the light codes in which you carry within yourself into this bloodline, which helps transform it. And every person attached to the family tree benefits from that energetic transformation that you bring by incarnating through this particular bloodline. Okay, and you guys are just very aware of things. You read people's energy. You read them like a book. You always know when there are things that are being hidden or somebody's being dishonest. You're always going to pick up on that. Now, sometimes when you're really, really close to somebody, you might not immediately know the truth, but you're always it's gonna present itself. You're gonna start having dreams. You're gonna have just like weird feelings about stuff that you can't shake. Nothing can really get past you. Okay, you guys are very spiritual, very psychic, very intuitive, very empathic, and many of you are interested in things on the fringe, the paranormal, aliens, maybe even have had a draw towards secret society, perhaps even start looking into the Order of the Golden Dawn after this reading if you haven't already. I mean, there's, like I'm saying, look into this, look into that. There is so much, like everything that's coming through for you in this Akashic message here is the energy that I pick up on when I'm doing my soul path readings for somebody who's deeply spiritual. Okay, you guys are starseeds, high probability of being Pleiadian starseed. You are here for a different reason than everybody else. You are here to help awaken and illuminate others. And you, with this lineage, family dynamic stuff, some of your really close connections, and it doesn't just have to be family, where you are meant to walk through the shadow with somebody else and help them really transmutate their energy, help them work through their karmic energy. And so being so deeply spiritually based doesn't make it easy to fit into this world or feel like you belong or find happiness, in the material, just like many other people do. It doesn't mean you guys don't like nice things, but there's just a different layer of depth to you, and you need to really feel things and feel that soul connection with another person to feel okay. So you guys are different, but that's a good thing. You're not here to fit in. You're here to stand out. You're here to transmutate energy. You're here to uplift and awaken the collective consciousness of humanity. And you know what? I'm going to leave a link for a book about being a starseed. It was written by the ladies over at the Starseed hotline, and it's absolutely fantastic. I've read it myself. It's a great, great resource for awakening starseeds to understand themselves and what they're here to do and be. So I will leave that in the description box below. All right, abandonment, feelings of unworthiness and rejection. Okay, see, this is not that you're not lovable and that you're not worthy of love. It's just this realm is so dark and dense, and so many people are asleep and they are disconnected from their empathy, from their soul, and you really do feel that. And passions and interests, hobbies, sports, favorite pastimes. You guys may find it hard to be interested in a lot of different stuff where you would just rather understand yourself spiritually, asking the bigger questions of life, like what's this all about? Why are we here? Wanting to really grow and develop your spiritual gifts, all of that. So Scorpio, if you have felt like you are cut from a different cloth, it's because you are, but it's a good thing, okay? And people who do not understand you or get you, that's not your problem, not one bit, all right? You're not here to be understood. You're not. You're here to make change. And it starts energetically with your frequency, your vibration. And that vibration is helped to awaken others so that they can see the truth and understand how controlled everything is. Because the more people wake up, the less power that control has over societies, right? Many of you may feel like loners. The people that you are going to get along the best with are going to be fellow starseeds, light workers, earth angels, very wise evolved souls. Those are your people. Right, Three of Cups, Two of Cups, and you're meant to align to some soul tribe members in this life journey. Five of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, the Lovers. Okay, yeah, big focus on relationships here. Okay, you are meant to align to some soul tribe members, no question, with Three of Cups and Two of Cups. But just like I've been saying, most of the time, you just don't feel that same connection back from others. And people lie and cheat and steal and betray. And you just don't understand that energy because that's not who you are. And so it can be very hurtful, very painful. And many of you might be more like a reclusive energy, more in a hermit energy, where you have like one or two people that you really love, that you feel you can open up to and be yourself with. And others of you may just feel like completely alone. And I feel the reason why you were led to this reading is to not think something is wrong with you. Okay, you're dealing with a lot of small consciousness, lower vibrational souls, and your whole point of connecting with them is to try to awaken them. And you can love very, very deeply, but feeling that same intensity back, you may struggle to find, or it's like you feel that your relationships are a bit out of balance, a bit lopsided, where it's like you are the one that's always doing, always being, always caring. And it's like, who's there back for me like that? And you've just got to align to your soul tribe, the other star seeds that are like you, that feel like the misfits, that they just don't get people. Okay, and that's not even the right way to say that, because you get people, you understand them. It's more like, I want that same depth back. All right, and you have a lot of soul contracts with what I like to call student souls. Okay, and dealing with them is not easy because they don't have the same level of connection to their emotional body. They're not empathic. They're not intuitive. They're very caught up in the materialistic of the 3D realm. And it's all about power, possession, and control for them. You know, feeling like they're somebody, feeling like they have all these things in the material world, and they think they're better because they have money, or they have this, or they have that, and they want to control, not control themselves, but control other people. And you're kind of the opposition against that. And it's not easy. But you do have a lot of soul contracts, Scorpio. And when these people do not honor, value, and appreciate you to the degree that you deserve, try not to personalize that. They just don't have the same capacity as you. They don't have the same knowledge and soul wisdom as you. And that's why you've aligned to them, to try to awaken them. And, you know, when somebody's not awakened, they can be unpredictable, and they can do and say things that you could never dream of doing, saying, being. So you need to give yourself more credit. It's not easy to be here amongst these energies of others, but you are the light in their darkness. You are the alarm clock trying to wake them. And, you know, when we're tired and we hear the alarm going off, we don't want to wake up, right? They don't want to wake up. But that's what you're here to do. All right, let's pull some more cards. Ace of Pentacles. You are meant to align to other soul tribe members. Knight of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. Knight of Wands. But man, you're just tired of it. And Judgment. Yeah, you're tired of it. You're like, oh, this riffraff, who needs it? Who needs it? And you may have even really questioned yourself and your worth and your value because of the way others have treated you and disregarded you. But Scorpio, that is why Spirit led you to this message, is to awaken you and remind you. You are the teacher, the leader, the mentor, and most everybody else is the student soul. And it's not easy being the grown one, the awakened one amongst all the sleeping. It's not easy. So really look up Pleiadian Starseeds, look into that book I suggested, look into the Order of the Golden Dawn, because you are something special, okay? This is probably the most spiritual reading out of all of them. I have, let's see, 4 more after you, but this is definitely one of the most spiritually deep out of all the readings I've done thus far. You guys are a gift to this world, and Scorpio is about the shadow energy, right? Who better to transmutate that than a Scorpio? There is no one like you. You are unique. Embrace soul transformation. Transformation isn't easy, but it's necessary. Embrace the changes that lead you to your higher self. And this is more of like a message of what you're helping others do. And it's not easy, right? So they can really lash out because you are a mirror reflecting all things back to them. Clear the karmic weight. The past still lives in what you haven't faced. Name the weight you carry and choose to release it now. And this is about all the painful experiences that you've had with others, really personalizing it, questioning yourself, potentially picking yourself apart, wondering what's wrong with you, when Scorpio, the truth is nothing's wrong with you. You're here to awaken and enlighten, which means you're dealing with a lot of small consciousness and lower vibrational energies. And break free from emotional dependence. True dependence comes from within. Free yourself from your emotional reliance on others. And this is saying, yes, I know it's hard to feel like you don't have friends, you don't have a romance, or you don't feel like you fit in with your family. And it can be very, very lonely. But you've just got to recognize that your family is in the stars. Okay? Think of like a summer camp for, some like fourth graders, and here you are, a full-grown adult. In that context, you would not expect to have best friends and romances and all of that, right? With a bunch of little fourth graders, you wouldn't even consider any such thing. You would see yourself for what you are, the teacher, the leader, the protector, the guide of these young souls, right? That's how you have to see yourself in this world, even when you're dealing with a full-grown adult. All right, they're just not at your level, and trying to put them at your level, it brings heartache and pain. But you will connect with other star seeds and light workers. Those are your people. They are the ones that are going to be on your frequency, that are going to see you and love you and appreciate you for who and what you are, exactly as you are. All right, so those are your messages. I am sending you so much love and light. Take care.